What up, fellas? It's Ty. Welcome back to the channel where we discuss all things prostate and prostate cancer related. If you're new here, welcome to you. If you've been here for a while, watch the video, maybe even liked and subscribed. I appreciate you and welcome back. So I wanted to talk to you today about a tricky subject. And I'm going to do this for some of you. It's not going to apply to all of you. And that is, today's video is to talk to your family and friends. And the reason for that is because a lot of them want to help, and you may not be able to tell them. So I'm just going to tell you from my perspective, and if it applies to you, use the video. And if it doesn't, I understand. So here's how this goes. Family and friends, if you have a male in your family who has been diagnosed with prostate cancer, please understand that they're going through something that is very uncomfortable for them. They are not really sure. In a number of cases, they weren't expecting this news. And they are sitting with that news, being that they understand that it could affect work, it could affect family, it could affect a number of different circumstances, their ability to have sex. And so, they're going through it. And they're not really sure how to tell you how to help, and they understand that you want to help. And so what do? Right? We want to have a conversation with you, but we're not really sure how to have that conversation with you. And again, you on the other side are being very gentle and trying to figure out whether or not and how to approach those situations. But for how long, right? So how long do you actually do that? How long before, for you, that circumstance of having prostate cancer and everything is over, and I'm still in my outcomes? Just be ginger with the conversations, right? I've had some friends that had family members that were, or just some friends of theirs that were having conversations, and they were talking about him having to wear a pamper. And I remember that he was livid. I mean, he was really upset, but he never said anything to them. So they kept doing it. And while every family member and friend wouldn't do that type of thing, the tendency is to try to make light of something to make yourself feel better. But you're not making that man feel better. Because you see, this deals with his manhood. It deals with everything that's going on down below. And because of that, he is very sensitive to that. So, the conversations that you have with him, the things that you're doing, just be normal. Just be normal. If you're in the same circumstance and you are married like I am my wife, I was just asking her just to be my wife. You know, in terms of just trying to get back to where I was, I just needed her to be her so that I could feel like I'm being me. Now, I will tell you, it's very difficult for me to share what was going on with me. One of the things that was really big was that when I was first having my first bouts of incontinence, and like I said, I never had it really badly, but when I first had those first bouts of incontinence, my wife was getting those pads for me. And when she got them, that was it for me. That's all I needed her to do. I never wanted her to see me with that pad on. I never wanted her to see any of those pads in the trash can. I never wanted to have her see a soiled pad. Oh my gosh, I still cringe. Just the thought, just the thought of that having occurred. So I am sure that some of the other men are. And we're not even talking about the idea that maybe the pad doesn't hold, and then all of a sudden, you soil your clothes. Right? How do you deal with that as a family and friend? And then how do they deal with that? And how do you get over that embarrassment? That's the type of embarrassment that no man has ever thought that he'd have to go through. And now he has gone in front of one of his family or friends. Just keep in mind that this type of thing that's going on, these outcomes continue. And hopefully for some of you, they will stop. I know that any ED issues that I had kind of waned off after a year. And the incontinence, like I said, I didn't have as bad. But some of you are in worse circumstances. Some of your family members are in worse circumstances. Please keep in mind that when we tell you this, it's not for the worst outcome. Now, I'm going to end with this, and it's very important. If that man decides to share with you something that's very intimate in regards to his recovery. Do not get upset and use that against him. Do not make light of it or jokes. I'm telling you that whatever it is that the beast that has been sleeping inside of him after he has been diagnosed with prostate cancer may come out. Because if he cannot confide in you, who can he confide in? Who can he talk to? So just understand, this type of cancer, I'm not going to say it's different than any other type of cancer. It's just specific to a man, how he feels about being a man, and how this type of cancer can limit him in a way he didn't expect. Appreciate all of y'all. We appreciate your encouragement, love, and support. We thank you all for being so patient with us as we continue to recover. As always, I hope this finds you and your family members well. Peace and blessings.